Rumor alert, rumor alert. Oh man, you guys know I love talking about rumors and speculation, and I have another one here for you that we're going to be talking about. Vanquish 2 is supposedly in the works, and not only is it in the works, but it's going to be an Xbox One exclusive. How believable is this rumor? Well, that's what we're going to talk about in this video. What is going on, guys? Randall Thor 19, the man with the million, back again with another video. Thank you guys so much for checking this one out. If you haven't checked out the previous one, I talked about the Xbox Game Pass games revealed for March, like Sea of Thieves, Super Lucky's Tale, and Rise of the Tomb Raider. Check that video out when you got the time. But yeah, Vanquish 2, a rumor surfaced today that not only was it in production, but that it was going to be exclusive to the Xbox One. So you have a lot of Xbox fans feeling really good, really excited about this potential rumor coming true. And I kind of want to just take a look at it and see if it really has any believability to it. And let me get this out right out of the get-go. I love Vanquish 1. I really enjoyed that game. I think it's an underrated gem. Not a lot of people played it. So, yes, I wish for a Vanquish 2. I've wished for a Vanquish 2 ever since I finished the first game. You know, I thought to myself, they're never going to make a sequel because it didn't sell very well. Platinum Games is always doing different projects. So, on the surface, I would love, absolutely love for this rumor to be true. But the question still comes up, is it going to be true? Is it believable? Right? And the reason people are kind of even talking about it outside of the industry insider that supposedly knows it's true is because Sega of America or Sega of Japan, they met with Microsoft this past week. In fact, if you go to Sega's Twitter account, you can see all the different pictures that they were taking during the day. So obviously some sort of meeting took place, which led to a lot of speculation among the community, whether it's on Twitter or elsewhere, about, is it Microsoft going to buy Sega? What are they talking about? Are they talking about exclusive games? Are they going to bring more Sega games to back and pat? Are they talking about the Dreamcast? Is a Dreamcast 2 going to be real? Are Dreamcast games coming to Xbox Game Pass? Are Dreamcast games coming to backwards compatibility? What's going on here, right? Everybody was thinking about the possibilities of why Sega and Microsoft were talking together. Not like it's not something that happens all the time. I mean, who knows? But people were excited about the possibility of it. I didn't make a video because, well, it was just a screenshot on Twitter. You know, I didn't really feel like I would have much to add to it, so I was kind of waiting to see if information came out about it. But, so when you factor in that, the visit of Sega with Microsoft, and then you have Marcus Sellers, who is a supposed industry insider. He put a message up on Discord as well. If you check his Twitter, he's talking about it, that he's heard Vanquish 2 is in development, and it's in development exclusively for the Xbox One. So, of course, people take that rumor at face value, combine it with Sega visiting Microsoft, and they think Microsoft and Sega struck a deal for the game. Now, that would be cool. Like I said, I would love for Vanquish 2 to be a reality. Would love it. I mean, even if it's not exclusive to Xbox, I would just love Vanquish 2 made by Platinum Games to be something I could play in the future. But is this something that is going to happen? I'm not really sure. There's been a lot of people since this rumor posted that are doubting Marcus Sellers, that say he's not an industry insider, that he gets a whole lot of stuff wrong more than he gets right. So there's a little bit of a cloud cast over his credibility per se. So if he's wrong about this and he's been wrong about other stuff, then obviously maybe he's just looking for clicks or looking for notoriety or something. So that kind of makes me doubt it, right? The other thing is, like, Vanquish 2, or Vanquish in general, the IP, yes, it's owned by Sega, but the original Vanquish was made by Platinum Games. But Sega doesn't own Platinum Games. And we know that Platinum Games, rather, is hard at work on Bayonetta 3. They are kind of a mercenary developer. They kind of go where the money is. So, of course, when people talk about Vanquish 2, they assume that Platinum Games would be the one developing it. And, of course, something tells me a Platinum Games game, Vanquish 2, being made exclusively for the Xbox One is something I don't really see happening because of, I would imagine, the bad blood there between Microsoft and Platinum. You guys recall, Platinum Games was the makers of Scalebound, a game that Microsoft touted at E3 after E3 and eventually had to cancel in early 2017. You know, they've gone on and have interviews where they said Nier Automata, which is a game published by Square Enix, only available on the PC and PS4, no exclusivity deal as far as we know about why it's not on Xbox, but there's been interviews with them saying that the cancellation of Scalebound almost ran the company into the ground. And I would imagine there's a little bit of bitterness and resentment towards Microsoft for canceling their big title, right? So if somehow this was to be true and Vanquish 2 was going to be made, because Sega owns the IP, they'd be the one to talk to, would Platinum Games be even the one to make it? Because Sega would have to hire them, and then would Platinum Games even want to make an exclusive game for Microsoft considering what happened with their last game? And I know people will say, and I've said it before, money talks. So if Microsoft was willing to open up the pocketbook and be like, we're sorry, Platinum, we really would like Vanquish 2, we turned over a new leaf, blah, 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 here it is, make the game for us, then okay. But Shinji Mikami, who was the director of the original game, he no longer works at Platinum Games. He built the studio up, took a lot of the people that were with him, and he formed Tango Gameworks, which is the team behind the Evil Within series. I believe they're owned by Bethesda. I could be wrong about that. But even if Vanquish 2 was a reality, it's not going to be made by a lot of the people that made the first game, because the creator is now at a different studio with a different company. So I look at all this stuff and I'm like, while I would love 100% for this to be true, I just kind of have my doubts, a lot of doubts. You know, I think this guy maybe, considering people are talking about his poor reputation, his poor credibility, you know, is driving this rumor as a reason to subscribe to his Discord, right? And you take all that combined with the excitement around Sega visiting Microsoft, people want to believe that something is happening behind the scenes. People want to believe that, you know, Microsoft is buying Sega's IP. You know, Microsoft can't just buy Sega outright. You know, Sega is owned by Sammy Holdings, so Sammy Holdings would be one looking to sell. We do know for a fact that Microsoft has worked with Sega in the past around stuff. Halo Wars 2 was developed by a studio that I'm blanking on it right now that was made Alien Isolation. Damn, I can't. I'm blanking on the studio that made Halo Wars 2. Anyways, that studio was owned by Sega, and they worked on Halo Wars 2. So we know that Sega and Microsoft at least have some sort of good working relationship. So you would think, okay, at least they're working together. Maybe something comes out of this. But Vanquish 2, a game that really didn't sell very well at all, you'd bring that up. But then again, you think to yourself, well, maybe Microsoft wants to do this because of Xbox Game Pass. They know they're going to need titles in the future to drive subscriptions. And maybe this title would also help them out a little bit in Japan, where the game was quite popular. But, of course, I doubt that, because nothing is going to help Xbox in Japan. So as much as I would love to see Vanquish 2 be real, I just really doubt this rumor. I want it to be real. I just don't think it is. I really don't think it is. And even if it was true, unless the game's like complete and they've been working on it in secret and shopping the game around to developers and it's coming out soon, then this game is years away. Kind of along with a lot of the rumors about the other Xbox games, about the Fable, about Perfect Dark, about, you know, Mech Assault. All those games to me are probably super far away, more for next gen. And if Vanquish 2 is something that they just maybe came to an agreement about and is early on in production, then this is this is another game that wouldn't be coming out for anytime soon, basically, in the next couple years. That's the thing about the rumor game. People get their hopes up. People think they hear this rumor, other people run with it, and then suddenly they're like, Vanquish 2 is real, right? I've seen that going around like, oh my god, it's going to be great. But it's like, it's just one guy saying something based off of, you know, all this other stuff that's going on that I talked about in the video. So while I would absolutely love for Vanquish 2 to be a reality, regardless of its exclusivity to Xbox, I'm just not sure that Marcus Sellers is reliable and that Platinum Games would want to work again with Microsoft so soon. Anyways, that is my whole take on this situation, guys. Let me know what you think. Would you love to see Vanquish 2 return? Do you think Platinum Games would work again with Microsoft after what happened with Scalebound? Let me know in the comments below, and as always, if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, consider subscribing to the channel for more content, hit that notification bell so you're always notified when I do drop said content. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace.